nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so this is FAQs part 3. So we have 4 parts of FAQ. This is part 3. Okay, so if you're here for the first time and you didn't attend the previous sessions, all the sessions are recorded and put on YouTube. There's a playlist for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN and there's a playlist for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN. So you could just go to the YouTube channel. It's called Nearly Danish TV. Search that on YouTube. Go to the playlist section, click on that, and find the Winter 2025 playlist. All right. Okay. Like I said, I will be sounding like a broken record. And that is for a reason. Repetition, repetition, repetition. That's how the brain works. The group pass rate for summer 2025 was 77.2%. The overall pass rate in the whole country was 58.2%. Now, the goal for you guys, the winter 2025 session, is 80% or more. Okay? And it's possible. We just have to, get 2.8% of you, 2.8 more percent of you to pass. Now, you will pass if you follow these instructions and you actually stick to the game plan. I'm not saying that this is the only game plan, but this is the game plan that has worked for the last 6 years. I used this myself in 2019 and I passed. And I've been using this to train people for the last 6 years. All right. Now, what's the game plan? The game plan is get your profile to 100%. The only way to get a profile on the website is to actually participate in these Kahoots. The website is not a conventional website where you just create a username and password and you log in and you start playing. It's actually built like this deliberately for you to come in, participate in the Kahoot. A profile will be created for you. You go and you use that profile and you keep track of all your work. All your mistakes will show up on your profile. You can correct your mistakes. And if you can actually complete this profile to 100%, it's the equivalent of reading the book 8 times. Now, in my opinion, it's actually better than reading the book because the information actually sticks in your head. When you read the book, when you do these quizzes and you read the book together, it sticks even more. Okay? Which is why I heavily emphasize doing these quizzes. And another word of caution, do not wait until you've read the book before you start the quizzes. Do not wait until you've read the book before you come to these sessions. All right. Now, time to give some credit to the people that are actually doing the work. So McCoy, I think I took this picture at 12 p.m. today. McCoy had completed 40 quizzes today and had overtaken Spider and took the number 9 spot from Spider. So shout out to McCoy. Round of applause to McCoy. I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl. Your profile is only connected to your Kahoot. So pick a name, join the Kahoot and play a game and use the same name for all the future Kahoots. So pick a name that you're happy with. Okay. All right. Next one. So time to give some recognition to the people that have actually been putting in the work. So there is a leaderboard and there are 3 leagues. There's the Gold League, the Silver League, and the Bronze League. The Gold League is the top 30 players. And as you can see here, we've got PB at number 1, Mimi at number 2, and Sharon at number 3. Shout out to them. Round of applause. Yes, your profile is not there yet. The only way to get a profile is for you to play the game. Okay? Participate in this game. So, of course, if you've never participated, you don't have a profile. So participate. All right. Top 10 in the Gold League. PB, Mimi, Sharon, Sumi, PSRI, Star, December, Tibor, McCoy, and Spider. And as you can see, Mimi has done 107 quizzes That's a lot. Sumi has done 286 quizzes. PB, who's number one, has an 11-day streak. So every single day for the last 11 days, PB has been practicing. Mimi has been practicing for 12 days in a row. Sharon, 11 days in a row. So these guys are actually putting in work. You can see their quiz accuracy. 98.7% of the questions they answered are correct. So you can see they're getting better and better. Okay? Anyways, enough of the talk. Let's get on with it. All right. So people are saying, I only do quizzes on nearly Danish. I don't see the option of adding my nickname. Okay, I guess you guys have not been listening to what I'm saying. Let's talk about this later. Before I move on, if you're not participating in this Kahoot, please get in on the game because that's the only way to get your profile. Okay? And if you can't find your profile, let me know. I'll send you the video on how to find it. All right, I don't want to waste the time of all the people that have actually been following the instructions, so let's move on. Next one. Okay, so 23 people got this wrong, not bad. In the 1960s, guest workers from Pakistan, Turkey, and former Yugoslavia were invited to come and work in Denmark. And a lot of them stayed and are now Danish citizens. Right, on to the next one. This should be easy. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised. 27 people got this wrong. Okay, so I'll explain. So when the name of the king is Frederick, his first son's name is always Christian. And when the name of the king is Christian, his first son's name is always Frederick. So it always alternates Frederick Christian, Frederick Christian. All right.
Now you know what you don't know.
And like I always say, if you're not doing well, do not feel bad. These sessions are for you to come and find out what you don't know. This is a frequently asked question. Sorry, this is a frequently asked questions session. We've done part 1, part 2. This is part 3. And there will be one last session, which is part 4 on Wednesday. Okay? There's about 200 of these questions, and you must know the answers to every single one of these questions because you're going to see at least 10 to 15 of these questions exactly on that day, on the day of the test. So these questions are important. These are like free questions, you could put it that way. So just practice these and you got like half, well, maybe a quarter of the test. You're sure of answers to a quarter of the test. All right, next one. Can someone please share the code? All right, well done.
Excellent.
So we've talked about this a whole bunch of times. The question is, are there members of parliament from outside Denmark? The answer is yes. 2 from the Faroe Islands and 2 from Greenland. 5 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
FAQ, this question takes different forms. Next one. Okay, so I could see this is a weak spot. So 45 people got this wrong. So Anders Fogh Rasmussen, he was prime minister in Venstre. So he belonged to the Venstre party, but in 2009, he became the general secretary of NATO. This is a frequently asked question, okay? So for the people that got this wrong, 45 of you.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next time you see it, please get it right. Next one. Okay. All right, another weak spot. 57 people got this wrong, so more than half of you got this wrong. So, in 1944, just before the end of the Second World War, Johannes V. Jensen won a Nobel Prize in Literature. FAQ, gets it right next time.
Now you know what you don't know.
Round of applause to 55 people that got this right. Well done. Next one. We have Yash, Karahan, Nam, Bloom, and Mimi. 30 participants just hit an answer streak of 6.
Excellent.
I think that's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
Next one. You've seen this before in a different form. All right, only 15 people got that wrong. Well done to the rest of you guys.
Great job.
So NFS Grundtvig was the inspiration for Volker Højskole. Next one. So Karahan is out. The top 5. We talked about this before. Okay, so this is a weak spot. Like I said, if you're not doing well, do not feel bad. You're just figuring out your knowledge gaps, okay? All your mistakes will appear on your profile and you can fix those mistakes later. So, Germany invaded Denmark in 1940 and demanded that the Danish government work in partnership with the Nazis. And of course, Denmark didn't have any choice. That partnership started, but it ended in 1943 because I think that was around the time the sabotage movement started in Denmark, where Danish citizens were beginning to sabotage the Nazis. And the Nazis were pressing the Danish government, putting the Danish government under pressure to punish the Danish citizens, and they refused. And it hit a pressure point in 1943, and the Danish government decided to end that partnership. That's what this question is about. 40 4 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All right, someone fell out. B7 is in. That was a combo breaker. Next one. All right, so the Reformation was made official in 1536. And the church in Denmark used to be a Catholic church, but after the Reformation, it became a Lutheran church. So it's basically a Protestant church now. And the king took over the church and became the head of the church, as opposed to the Pope before. Only 16 people got that wrong. 91 people got that right.
Excellent.
All right, we have a static top 5 for the first time tonight.
Static top 5.
Anna P is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
She's on fire.
Next one. Talked about this before as well. All right, so this question is about how power is split in Denmark. Power is split 3 ways. There's the legislative power, judiciary power, and executive power. Executive power lies with the government. Judiciary lies with the courts, and legislative power is shared between the parliament and the government. The government proposes a majority of the law proposals, and the parliament votes on those law proposals and either accepts or rejects them. That's what this is about. 25 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Monica jumped 2 spots now at number 3. Zane is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
I just gave this away. This is exactly what I just talked about. I guess no one is actually listening to what the heck I'm saying, man. But anyways, like I said, power is split 3 ways, okay? This word is executive. There's the legislative power, executive power, and the judiciary. Executive power is with the government. That's what this question is about. 50 people got it wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Okay, Maria's making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
All right. Asger was a Danish contemporary artist, a painter. You can still find some of his works in Statens. What's the name of that place? Statens Kunst. I can't remember, but it's close to Norrport Station. You can find his artwork there. Yes, Statens Museum for Kunst. Thank you very much, SMK. How many people got this wrong? 40 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
By the way, I will be organizing a trip to the parliament. I'm just looking for a date. And I will announce that in the group. So if you're interested, sign up. I'll create the event. All right, next one. 3 participants lost the answer streak of 11. Sorry, guys. We've got Yash, Nam, Monica, Bloom, and B7 in the top 5. It's called the September Settlement. So it's this is when collecting. It's called the Danish labor market's Grundloven. So that's what the September Settlement is called. And this is where I think collective bargaining was actually established. The Danish model, the so-called Danish model, was created at this time. So 29 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5 again.
Static top 5.
3 in a row. Kaka is back in the game.
Great job.
Next one. Spoken about this before. All right. So the first female minister was Nina Bang. She was appointed in 1924 by Thorvald Stauning, who was also the first Social Democratic Prime Minister. You're going to see her name pop up in this Kahoot, I think. 38 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix that. It will show up on your profile. We have a static top 5 again. New kid back in the game, 3 in a row. Next one. So basically, this question is about the end of World War II. So Denmark was liberated on the 5th of May, 1945. 40 people got that wrong. Please get it right next time. That is a very important date. You're probably going to see that on the next test. Maria K is the highest climber, up 9 places.
Excellent.
Those are top 5 reshuffle. We've got Yash, Nam, and Bloom. 1, 2, 3. Monica 4 and Farshid is now in at number 5.
Excellent.
Okay. How many questions do we have left? We still have 35 questions to go. Takes 5 to 6 years for long further education. How many people got this wrong? 34 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
That question actually showed up in 2019 on my exam, and I got that right. All right. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Anna Reg has the highest answer streak of 16.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Yes, it's Masters. right, so 2002, 2003, this was right after the September 11 attack at the World Trade Center in New York. Denmark sent troops to Afghanistan and Iraq. How many people got this wrong? 31 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All right, Bloom is now at number 2. IT back with an answer streak of 3. You know the answer to this, right? Come on, guys. Let's get an explosion. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. It's called Dannebrog. And the myth around it is that it fell from the skies during one of the, what do they call those things? In Estonia. Anyways, I can't remember the exact name in English. But yes, it's 13 people got that wrong. 94 people got that right. Round of applause. Exactly. Douglas, thank you. It's the Crusade. Okay. Static top 5 again. City making a comeback with 3 in a row. 12-19 exactly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is chapter 5. All right. 42 people got that wrong. So Henrik Pontoppidan, don't know if I said his name correctly, wrote Lucifer. Well, I guess there's not much else to say about that. Next one. Farshid is out, AMG is in. That was a tough round. 3 participants lost their answer streak of 7. Sorry, guys. About 3/4. 37 people got that wrong. Yes, it's a pretty high number. Danish people are, I don't think Danish people consider themselves religious, but they're still members of the church because the church is still very culturally relevant in Denmark. Okay. Yash, Monica now moved up to number 2. Nam at 3, Bloom 4, AMG 5. 5 participants hit an answer streak of 5.
Excellent.
Next one. Uh-oh. Let's see if you guys get this right. Frederick the 10th. He is Frederick the 10th. 17 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
All your mistakes will appear on your profile and you can fix them, okay? I repeat, these sessions are just for you to come and figure out what you don't know. And your mistakes will show up in your profile and you can fix those mistakes. And next time you see this question, you're going to know the answer to this question. Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
We are halfway through now. Talked about this last session. Okay, this is still a weak spot. 43 people got this wrong. So this is about Staunsbundle, which was a law that was made by the king, and it prohibited the workers. So back in the day, the peasants were prohibited from moving from where they were born. So if you were born in, say, Copenhagen back in the day, a specific region, a specific place in Copenhagen, you are not allowed to leave that place for 40 years. So you're supposed to stay there and work on the land and only be able to leave after 40 years. And that was done so that the landowners had workers, so consistent labor, and the king, and well, the agreement was that the landowners would also provide those people as soldiers to the king if the king needed soldiers. So it was kind of like a deal between the king and the wealthy landowners. That was in 1733, but the law was abolished in 1788, and that's what this question is about. So sometimes they ask about when was the law created, and sometimes they ask about when was the law abolished. All right. Hope that made sense. Next one. 1733. All right, so Denmark fought quite a number of wars with Sweden back in the day. Apparently, they are the two European countries that fought the most wars against each other. 18 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
89 people got that right. Next one. All right, so Islam is the second biggest religion after Christianity in Denmark. 28 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Lisek making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. You know the answer to this. You know the answer to this, right? Of course. Let's get a perfect score. Let's see. Oh, man. That would have been a massive explosion. Round of applause to you guys, though. So close. It was so close. I hope we get an explosion tonight, though. Let's see. One person got that wrong. It's Folketing. Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Rugi 5 is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. We talked about this. Actually, no, we didn't talk about this. Let's see how many of you actually know this. Okay, so the question is, who signs the laws? So the way it works is this. The government proposes laws. The parliament votes on those laws and either accepts or rejects them. Now, it's specific ministries within the government that propose laws. For instance, what's his name? Kar Dubvek. So the current Udlændings minister might propose some immigration laws. Those laws will be debated in parliament, voted on, and either accepted or rejected. Now, if they are accepted, then those laws need to be signed, and they're usually signed by the minister of that ministry. In this case, it would be the Minister of Immigration and the king. Before the king, it was the queen. Whoever the monarch is signs, and the minister for that ministry signs. That's what this question is about. 55 people got that wrong, more than half of you.
Now you know what you don't know.
All right, next one. Hope that made sense. Zane is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Did that make any sense? Please let me know in the chat. Next one. All right, great. Okay, so 40 people got this wrong. So this question is about the civil servants that work in the ministries. So after an election, the prime minister chooses ministers. Now, those ministers have ministries. They're responsible for different ministries. In those ministries, you have workers. The ministers are appointed. They are political appointments. Okay? So, and actually, they don't have to come from parliament. They can also come from outside parliament. However, the people working in the ministries are not political appointments. They have to be employed based on their qualifications, just like in the private labor market. That's what this question is about. All right, next one. That was a combo breaker. That was a weak spot.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Yes, so Denmark lost Sønderjylland after they lost the Second Schleswig War in 1864. This question shows up in different forms. This is just one of the forms. 18 people got that wrong. A majority of you got this right. Round of applause. So we've got Yash, Monica, Nam, Bloom, and AMG. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Well done. 4 participants have reached an answer streak of 9.
Great job.
You know the answer to this. All right, so Sankt Hans is celebrated with bonfires around the country. 9 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Get it right next time you see the question. Static top 5 yet again.
Static top 5.
All right. So the Spanish flu was an epidemic that happened around the First World War. It killed about 10,000 Danes, if I'm not mistaken. The reason it didn't kill so many Danes was because Denmark was neutral during the First World War, and for that reason, they didn't send out any troops, and therefore not so many people were infected. It killed a lot more people around Europe than in Denmark. All right, so 35 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Nam, Now at number 2, leading Monica by 4 points. How long is that going to last? Let's see. Mo is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Yes, next one. By the way, anyways, I'll say it after this. All right, this was really good.
Excellent.
Yes, so Denmark and Norway stayed in the Union from 1380 to 1814. Sweden left the Union in 1523. And the Union here is the Kalmar Union that was created by Margaret I. Only 5 people got that wrong. That's really good. Next one. By the way, if you're not doing well in this, like I always say, please do not feel bad, okay? This is where you come out, figure out what you don't know, and then you plug that knowledge gap, come back and try again, figure out what you don't know, plug the knowledge gap. It's an iterative process, and by the time you're done, you're going to have the answers to like thousands of questions in your head. And when you go into the test, it's going to be a breeze. You're going to be done with that test in about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, moving on. Hejazi 91 is the highest climber, up 3 places.
Excellent.
Next one. All right, so this trend still exists today where most of the public workers actually vote for the Social Democrats. I think the trend where the farmers vote for Venstre is also the same. How many people got this wrong? 32 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Okay, someone fell out. Can't remember who. Yash and Nam holding number 1 and 2. Bloom went up to number 3. AMG 4 and Boa is now in at 5. Farshid making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We've got 18 questions to go. All right, 70%. Majority of you got that right. 100 people got that right.
Wow!
Excellent.
7 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Static top 5 yet again. DK making a comeback with 2 in a row. All right. So in 1661, Frederick III declared himself an absolute monarch. And Denmark was actually the first absolute monarchy in the whole of Europe. How many people got this wrong? 33 people got that wrong. All right, Bloom has a streak with 34 correct answers in a row. That's a perfect score because the first 6 questions were slides.
Perfect score.
Bloom is not number 1. If not, Bloom would have gotten an explosion. But you get this instead.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Excellent.
Well done. All right, so we have Yash, Nam, Bloom, AMG, and Boga. Next one. This question has repeated itself again. But yeah, let's see how well you guys do on this. Yes, so and at the end of the 60s, the young people at that time began to criticize the traditional norms, and it became more normal for two people, for an unmarried couple to have children. And in this case, that's what they're asking about. That's what this question is about. 25 people got this wrong. Static top 5 yet again. 8 participants reach an answer streak of 9. Next one. Right, the ugly duckling. 12 people got that wrong. Static top 5 yet again. About 6 million people. 13 people got that wrong. Man, this top 5 is not budging at all.
Static top 5.
Yash, Nam, Bloom, AMG, and Boa. Last is the highest climber, up 3 places.
Great job.
13 questions to go. So, the labor movement started around 1870, and the Social Democratic Party was actually a party that came out of the labor movement, which is the reason why most workers vote for the Social Democratic Party. Social Democratic Party was created in 1871. Okay, so 29 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5. Some people dropped an answer streak of 9. Sorry, guys. Yes. So Denmark has some reservations in their partnership with the EU. And basically the Union, citizenship, the Euro, and their immigration policies. There used to be reservations in regards to defense, but those were scrapped after Russia attacked Ukraine in 2022. How many people got this wrong? 26 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that. It will appear in your profile. So AMG took the number 3 spot from Bloom. July 1988 is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
You got 11 questions to go. The answer is yes. So a government can be made up of one or more parties that don't have a majority in parliament altogether. And that type of government is called a minority government. Most of the governments since World War II have been minority governments. The current government, however, is a majority government because the Social Democrats, so the government is made up of the Social Democrats, Venstre, the current government made up of Social Democrats, Venstre, and Moderatene, and altogether they have a majority in parliament. Okay, next one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's not too bad. Let's see how you guys do. Yeah, he lived in the 1800s. 31 people got that wrong. Bloom took that number 3 spot back. Yeah, she's supposed to be the king now, not the queen. Everyone should know this. New Year's Eve. 15 people got that wrong. Competition seems to be between AMG and Bloom. All right. Guess the Danarum was written by Saxo in the 1100s. It was written in Latin, and it was kind of like a history of Denmark, but intertwined with a bit of mythology. All right. 21 people got that wrong. Static top 5 yet again. That was a combo breaker. Next one. Called Nook. 5 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5 again. News making a comeback with 3 in a row. Almost at the end. So Bertel Thorvaldsen is Denmark's most famous sculptor. He has a museum close to the parliament. It was opened in 1843, and he has his sculptures in there, and he was also buried in there. 30 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Get it right next time. 5th, making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Static top 5.
Static top 5.
5 questions to go. About 240,000 German refugees came to Denmark after the Second World War. That's what that question is about. Next one. Cold War started after the end of the Second World War. Okay? 29 people got that wrong. B7 making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Static top 5, we have Yash, Nam, AMG, Bloom, and Boer. Next one. All right, round of applause. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys how to find your profiles. 1 second. Okay, so when you go to the website nearlydanish.com, you scroll down, you click on players. Okay, your name is going to be in one of these lists. There's 3 leagues: Gold League, Silver League, or Bronze League. Just on a computer, do Control F and search for the name that you used. So in this case, let's search for Farshid. And you can see that's his name. You click on it and boom, you see all the work that he's done. I'll use an example of someone that has mistakes on their profile. So let's pick this guy. So tonight, if you made any mistakes, you're going to see under a header that says incorrect Kahoot answers. There'll be one called FAQs 3, and you'll see the number of incorrect answers you got. Now you can fix this. You click on there and you answer the questions. And when you've corrected all these mistakes, it will look like the profile I just showed you before, like Farshid's profile, where this will disappear. And then you can start doing the quizzes. This way you can keep track on all the work that you're doing and get your profile to 100%. It's a simple question: how prepared are you? And this keeps on increasing as you keep doing the quizzes. All right, I hope that made sense. Let's get back to the last 2 questions. Next one. All right, 170 meters. It's called Mullerhøj. Last question. In 2012, homosexuals got the same rights to marry, same rights as heterosexuals to marry in 2012. 23 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
No, so someone is saying Kahoot session is effect with the score and the leaderboard. So whenever you actually, let me go back. What did I just do here? Let me see. Okay, so the leaderboard is made up. You get scores for Kahoots, and you get scores for your quizzes. Okay, as you can see, this person has come to 2 Kahoots, got 95 correct answers in Kahoots. These are the points that he's made in the Kahoots, and this is the accuracy. Okay, for the quizzes, he's done 51 quizzes, got 7,000 correct answers, and made 4.1 million points. and his accuracy in the quizzes is 98.8%. So these two scores add up to your main score, and that puts you somewhere in a rank on the leaderboard. I hope that answers the question. Where were we? All right, so that's the last question. Let's have a look at the podium. Claudia, they are being updated. AMG, Nam, and Yash, 1, 2, 3. Bloom and Boa, 4, 5.
NearlyDanish.com.